Okay. Hi everyone. My name is Sibo, and I'm gonna begin my presentation, College Reviews and Reflections. I'm gonna briefly go through the table of contents today. First, I'm gonna give an introduction of myself and the project itself. Then I'm gonna show you a quick 1-minute video of the demo of my project. And then I'm gonna go through the challenges and solutions that I encountered during the development of the project. Then I'll go through the experiments to test the functionality of the program. Then I'll kind of discuss my future vision of this project. And lastly, I'll have a 2-minute Q&A section, and you guys are free to ask me any questions about this project. Okay, first introduction. So my name is Sibo, and I'm a junior at Yorba High School. And some of my hobbies are basketball, badminton, chess, pop music, and game development. And I have 2 years of coding experience. My coding experience is very varied, and I learned from the game development to web development to just general programming and cybersecurity and data science. I kind of explored everything a little bit, but for now, I kind of like data science the most. And for languages, I speak English, Chinese, and Spanish. Okay, so introduction. The growing pursuit of education among high school students has steadily grown in the past centuries, and educational opportunities offered by university have increased in value as they transfer to essential skills and productive work in society. Therefore, college decisions that students face during their senior year become increasingly important. Students not only have to spend at least 2 years of their lives there, but also the style and the quality of the university also directly influence students' future success. Choosing a college that suits the individual is crucial. Individual who attend a college that doesn't match their work style, culture, or expectations may find it difficult to endure the time there, leading to inefficient learning. Thoroughly understanding all aspects of a college before making the decision allow one to avoid obstacles and challenges that one will meet. Consequently, many research and project topics lead the student population down to the correct route, and upcoming college students can view the former and current students' opinion that describe various aspects of a college before making the final decision. In this way, students can fully evaluate the specific college and determine if it's the most favorable path for them. Yeah, this is basically my inspiration to begin this project. And as a high school student myself, I believe it is very important. Like the college decision is really important for everyone. And I just seek to help other people, and I want them to find the college that suits them the most. So this is the overview of the solution. So from the web scraping bot will basically go on to the internet, and it will web scrape students from online, their comments and their reviews, their reflections from their college. And at that point, the web scraping bot will store all these data that they found online about the student into the database. And everything into the database, the students' reviews and stuff like that, will be sent to the sentiment analysis model, which is to predict the sentimentality of each comment. For example, this student says something positive about the college, this student says something negative about the college, and this student just didn't really say anything really positive or negative, and their comments are kind of neutral. And basically, their sentimentality will be sent to the front end and presented through my application, software application. And yeah, that's basically an overview of my solution. And from here, we'll show a 1-minute demo of the project. And Okay, that was a brief overview of what my projects does, and yeah, we'll move on to challenges. Sorry, challenges and solutions. Okay. Challenge one is the difficulty of data collection. The difficulty of data collection was the first challenge that I confronted as I was initially developing my app. Finding useful data source that satisfied my project's goal took work. And for the app, the comments I seek to gather are students' reflections and evaluations of the college they've gone to. Many of my early attempts to gather the data failed due to irrelevant information. For instance, a flaw occurred as I attempted to gather data from the social media, including Twitter and Reddit. At first, I saw social media as an extensive database of valuable student opinions because millions of conversations are going out every hour on social media platforms. However, most comments could have been more beneficial for my projects. Students' comments are mostly unrelated to their college's positive and negative side. Instead, these comments are filled with memes, gossips, and complaints, which are liked and commented on the most. Consequently, another route for my data collection, web scraping, met difficulties too. The websites protect some online data sources. The HTML code will be intentionally altered by the website owners or is said to be uninterpretable by web scraping methods. Specific lines of web scraping code could circumvent the issue occasionally. However, an optimal solution for me is to look through alternative sites of available information. Challenge two, my app's operation on a large quantity of data. Moreover, another potential obstacle that I need to address is my app's operation on extensive data. There are thousands of colleges and universities in the United States and potentially millions of gatherable reviews on the internet. Storing a majority of them will undoubtedly meet issues. A sizable amount of data will slow the running speed of my program and will not be supported by much app building software. Upon solving this problem, the app developer must first support the large quantity of data. Others, such as Thunkable, will not function for my project. An app developer well suited for storing extensive data is Flutterflow, which has optimal functions for filtering comments and colleges. In addition, I can implement ways to minimize the quantity of the data, including splitting the colleges based on the first letter of their names or their states. Challenge number three, the artificial intelligence model. Consequently, the app's functionality is strongly impacted by the artificial intelligence model I'm using. The accuracy of the model is crucial to the effectiveness of the app, as the model needs to analyze the sentiments of the comments, whether they're positive, negative, or neutral. It undoubtedly needs training on various data to ensure its ability of accurate predictions. The sentiment analysis model relies on the words usually related to particular sentiments that they were previously trained on to predict the sentimentality of the whole comment. Therefore, an adequate amount of manually labeled data is required for training the model. After sufficient data has been collected, I will use a minimum of 1,000 manually labeled comments to train the data. I will use the model to predict another 1,000 comments to verify its accuracy, and securing the position on further comments my app used and presented. For experiments. And here is the data that I gathered from an experiment. You guys can take a look at it. And yeah, after you guys briefly go through, I will begin and explain what these actually mean. An essential experiment I will conduct is testing the accuracy of the sentiment analysis model, which is vital to my program because the program's accuracy determines whether my app achieves its goal of illustrating a correct representation of the student's population sentiment toward a specific college. We must test comments with diverse diction for the experiment to reflect whether the model is accurate. With this in mind, we came up with 15 positive, 15 negative, and 15 neutral comments that will be used to test the model's accuracy. This ensures that all three positive outcomes, positive, negative, and neutral, are tested to see if the model can precisely predict them. After computing the comments into the model, we would compare the predicted sentiment with manually labeled sentiment to examine the reliability of the analysis through its accuracy in predicting the correct sentiment. And I'll show you guys an analysis of the overall, and here's the analysis of the overall accuracy of each sentiment. As you can see, the positive and the negative sentiment are especially accurate, while in comparison to the neutral is not as accurate as the other. And from this experiment, the overall prediction accuracy is 84%, with a positive prediction accuracy of 100%, negative prediction accuracy of 100%, and neutral prediction accuracy of 53%. This statistics demonstrates that my model can accurately predict positive and negative comments, but it's ineffective for neutral ones. The model's accuracy in predicting neutral comments did not meet my expectation as its accuracy drastically differed from positive and negative comments. Reflecting on this idea, I believe it turned out this way because there was a lack of neutral comments from the training data and the internet compared to the positive and negative ones. This issue leads to the model's incapability to accurately predict neutral comments. This model is more likely to predict the comment as positive or negative than neutral. Therefore, this explains how the model can accurately predict the positive and negative sentiment comments while predict the neutral ones inaccurately. And I'll be going through the second experiment, which is the user experience experiment. And here's just the user feedback that you guys can take a look at, and I'll go through what they mean and my purpose for it. Another potential blind spot that needs to be tested and fixed to improve the program is user experience. Although several components are integrated for the app to be more convenient to use, for example, recently searched college, favorite college page, and college recommendation system on the main page. Different users could have different suggestions on which the app could be improved for convenience. This aspect is crucial because it shows the professionality of the program and attracts the users. The experiment will allow the users to test the app and offer feedback on potential improvements. 10 users will try out the app and navigate through all of its features, and they will reflect and fill out a feedback form on ideas for new components that will make the program more convenient to use. Consequently, the feedback will be analyzed, and the program will be adjusted accordingly based on this feedback. In this way, we will acquire the indicative reflection from those who had the user experience on the program. Therefore, the potential blind spot could be detected and addressed optimally. After analyzing users' feedback, 3 significant improvements become clear, including more reviews and information for each college, adding a research or filtering feature on the college reviews, and making more available filters for the recommendation system. These reflections are beneficial as they demonstrate areas of the project that require enhancement. In the first version of this app, we expect there to be insufficient aspects. Indeed, the next step of this project is to resolve the issues above and refine the system to be additionally advantageous for users. More information could be gathered from the internet, including reviews and other vital details of a college. A research feature will be implemented to assist users in finding what meets their intentions. And lastly, the recommendation system will include more and practical filters such as GPA, acceptance rate, and location. And from here, I will briefly go through just my overall solution. The main structure of my program could be evaluated in 3 components: a web scraping backend, analytics system, and a software developing frontend. All the data the app uses is stored within a database that will be processed by sentiment analysis AI model. For this program, I use Jupyter Notebook and multiple Python libraries, Beautiful Soup, Pandas, and JSON for web scraping of data. Google Colab and other analysis-related Python libraries, sklearn, and NLTK to operate my analytic model, and Flutterful for the front-end user interactions with the program. With the failed attempts to develop my app using Thunkable, I eventually settled on Flutterful due to its convenience for designing components and extensive capacity to accumulate data. In addition, I decided, I eventually, my program design is based on convenient access to college students' reflection on their college. The program holds an immense amount of data collected through web scraping and APIs, which is stored in a database that will eventually contain all the reviews, college names, their tuition numbers, their standardized test scores, ranges, and other characteristics of a college. All the reviews in the database will be labeled with their sentimentality utilizing a trained artificial intelligence model, a key app feature. This feature would demonstrate the distribution of sentiments for all the comments to a college, allowing users to understand the ratio of sentimentality toward their college. And an essential part of my program is the web scraping backend. It relies on programming and APIs to gather an immense collection of students' reviews, including tuition and standardized testing score ranges. My program relies on the data to demonstrate the user's aspects of the college through direct opinions of previous students, which is my primary purpose for designing this app. Moreover, another fundamental part of my app is the analytics system. The system is the requisite for the program's performance because it uses machine learning to perform the analysis action to predict the sentiment of each comment. This analytics system is based upon Python imported libraries like Natural Language Toolkit and scikit-learn, which compute the human language into data that recognizes human sentiments from the provided data. Consequently, the front end will serve as the program's last major component. This component consists of designing a user interface that directly influences users' experience, and different features are implemented for users' convenience. The front-end component was initially implemented using Thunkable, which was not optimal for my program before it switched to Flutterful. As the program is designed for student usage, the software aspect of the project will be crucial since we want to offer a user-friendly and attractive application for them to use. And lastly, I'll be going through the future development of my project. So some of the visions that I have for this project, one of the first visions is to obviously enlarge the collection of data, because the more data you have, the more accurate representation of the whole population you can offer to the users of your program. And also in that way, you can, going on to the next point, you can utilize more data in training the artificial intelligence model to improve its accuracy, to ensure that the sentiment analysis model doesn't have any bias or flaws or anything like that. And lastly, for my vision of the program, I will want to add more user-friendly feature to the app, such as filtering features, more filtering features, and search engine, and a search engine that directly basically searches through the reviews, and students can search up keywords of each review for a specific college. And lastly, a recommendation system that will provide recommendations to students based on their formal college inputs, like what college did they look at, what GPA range is that college in, and what SAT scores range does that college have. And based on these inputs, the recommendation system will offer students different college and will recommend them college on the main page. And yeah, that will be it for my presentation. And lastly, it will just be 2-minute Q&A section. And do you guys have any questions for my presentation or my research project?